Save approximately $34,000 US per year on my rent alone. Now, I'm going to break down for you the numbers. I'm going to show you exactly how I do this. And this is all while looking outside and seeing a panoramic ocean view, stepping outside to the right and seeing the downtown San Diego skyline. It's a very interesting thing. This is one of the only places in the entire world that this is possible. And I'm going to break down for you exactly the numbers in this video. So my name's Chadwick, guys. Welcome back to the channel, where I want to explain to you exactly how I do this, step for step, what I was paying, what I was doing before. That way I can kind of paint a picture in your head of exactly where I'm at now, how much more free time I have, how much more money I have able to invest in my personal portfolios, my personal endeavors, and things like that. And then also, I want to kind of point out, this isn't for everybody. I understand that. So for people that are interested in this, reach out to me. My number is in the bottom. I also have a link for our Telegram that we're kind of creating. That's going to be kind of an information hub where everyday questions can be answered. And I'll put that in the description below. So first off, what was I paying before? What am I paying now? I'm paying $6,000 USD per year currently under my current lease agreement down here in Tijuana beaches, while looking at the ocean on a cliff, panoramic ocean view, multi-million-dollar view, gated neighborhood, very secure, very safe. I can see downtown San Diego from my balcony. I can also see Coronado Bridge from my balcony, Imperial Beach, and the Tijuana River Valley, all right, to give you a geographical location of where I'm at. Now, what was I paying before? I was living in Orange County, California, a suburban sprawl area in between San Diego and LA. These prices are relatively the same all the way down to this area. I was paying approximately $2,985 per month for the rent. You added a dog fee, you added bills, electricity, sewage, water, gas, fiber internet. It was Google Fiber Internet. It was closer to about $33.50 per month just to keep the roof over my head. Now that breaks down to approximately $40,000 per year compared to what I'm currently paying of $6,000 per year. That math is $34,000. 40,000 minus 6,000 is going to be $34,000 a year that I'm currently saving by living in Tijuana beaches. Now, I was not on the beach in Irvine. I was in a shoebox apartment surrounded by thousands of other people living in these buildings that were, where, life was great, but it came with a cost, right? It came with a cost of you have to pay $40,000 a year to live here. I had my car broken into twice, two times, all right? I had my car broken into at the gym as well. And that was supposed to be like the safest neighborhood in the world. Literally in the entire United States, not the world, but you get my point. Look it up. Irvine, California, safest neighborhood, safest area in one of the safest areas in the United States, literally by all crime metrics. So I lived there. I lived Costa Mesa. I lived in Costa Mesa. I lived in Newport Beach. I lived in Lake Elsinore, which was a little bit cheaper because it was inland a little bit, away from the coast, but it's hot as hell in the summer, 100-degree weather. And I've been down here for about 2 years. So how much do I pay? Again, I pay $500 USD per month. All the bills are included. I can leave these lights on. I can run this water. I can, use the sewage here. I got trash, everything. It's gated. I have a security guard riding around 24/7, making sure there's nothing going on. I have a security guard at the front, making sure nobody's coming in here illegally. And I have a panoramic ocean view where I don't need an air conditioning. There's maybe 5 days out of the entire year that it's a little bit warm. Other than that, I pay $30 for internet. My net total is probably $565 a month because I got 2 parking spots. So That's $34,000 that I don't have to come up with per year just to keep a roof over my head. And that's not to mention that that $34,000 a year is just disposable cost. I don't own anything after that year. I don't have any type of financial gain at the end of the year. I have a leasing company that wants me to sign another year because if I move to another place, the rent's going to be higher. So they're incentivizing me to sign another year lease at that current place that I'm spending an additional $34,000 a year on. So how do I do this? Well, I moved down to Tijuana beaches about 2.5 years ago. I actually first moved in between Tijuana beaches and Playas de Rosarito, where I had an ocean view 3-bedroom house in a gated private neighborhood for $1,200 per month. And reach out to me, my numbers in the bottom left part of the screen here. That current property is listed for $1,050, which means that landlord cannot even get the $1,200 I was paying. If you guys are interested, I can set you up with a contact. So basically, this is one of the only places in the entire world that you can do this. Okay, other people that live in Texas along, the what is it, the Laredo River or whatever, that come over and work over in factories and then go back to Texas to work and come into Mexico to live. You're talking about a totally different environment, a totally different playing ground to what I'm currently exposed to here in Playas de Tijuana. So Playas de Tijuana is the beach side of Tijuana, which is one of the biggest cities in Mexico. Okay, it's experienced massive population growth, over 30 to 40% in the last couple years. It's got everything. It's a major city. It's a very cultural, diverse city. It has every single thing from the entire food spectrum to shopping to nightlife, whatever it is that you want. It has it here. And if it doesn't have it here, you can literally go over the border 30 minutes and get it on the other side of the border. So, is this for everybody? No, obviously it's not. Some people rather pay more. They'd rather pay, $2,500 to $2,700 to have a studio apartment in downtown San Diego or the broader metro San Diego suburban sprawl area in Encinitas for $2,800, $2,900 for a 1-bedroom apartment. That's fine. But for me, I'm not looking to work endlessly just to keep a roof over my head. Oh, well, dude, all you got to do is make more money. No, dude, you don't. Because if I make over $100K a year, that breaks down to approximately $68,000 per year, which only gives me $28,000 a year after placing myself in a decent, nice apartment of a 1-bedroom. Like, forget having a family. If you have a 2-3 bedroom, you're looking at $4,500 a year if you're getting, 3 bedrooms and up. That's before you put gas in your car. That's before you pay a car payment if you have one. And that is before you have any sort of life, entertainment, food, or anything. That number has to be mathematically met just to keep that roof over your head. So, do I think this is a good idea for me? Absolutely. It's a no-brainer. I'm able to work less. I'm able to invest more time into my portfolio, my investment portfolio, my Roth IRA, and I'm able to invest more time in myself in doing the things that I actually want to do without working myself to death, running to do this job, to go meet this client, to go show them a rental property, to trying to get a listing over here and just running around like a fucking chicken with my head cut off, only to keep that $40,000 a year roof over my head before I even think about doing something for myself. Before I go eat out at a restaurant, go to a movie, walk around a mall on my 1 day off a week. So for me, it's an absolute no-brainer. Is it for you? I don't know. That's why I'm going to open up the comment sections. How much do you pay? Where are you located? And do you think what you're currently paying, if you're a renter, is worth it? I want to know the city. I want to know how much you pay. And I want you to know if it is worth it. Drop it in the comments and let me know. We're going to do a follow-up video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.